Damn, my sweatshirt matches my duvet. Duvet cover. Today I'm gonna talk about journaling. These are some of my favorite journals over the years. Yep. This is from 2012, it looks like. This is just like everything in my life that was going on, like budgeting and reflections on life, and I don't know why I made edits later on, like as if it's an essay or something. I made a list of things I'm angry about my dad. I was a teenager, so it makes sense. This is the first time I went to New York and Toronto, actually. And we got these free condoms and I put them on here. And my first Metro card, and my friend made a letter. It says, "You got mail," and it says, "Nice to meet you. Where have you been?" Just kidding. That was Taylor Swift's song, in case you're wondering, or not. LOL. Currently taking orders so we can order Chinese takeout. I'm trying to eat more. Only things you can get in New York. But what's more New York than ordering takeout in the city, right? Unfortunately, we didn't and can't see the ball drop in Times Square. But hopefully we'll go out. I want to experience the New York nightlife. Anyway, I'm so glad I came to New York with you. Sometimes it may seem like we don't have productive days, but it's always been fun. Also, don't forget, we or more like me need to teach me how to thrift shop. I can't seem to stay in store for more than 15 minutes. Okay, running out of space, so maybe next time. Always sigh. I have some like receipts from Burger King for some reason. I don't know if we went to Burger King on that trip. Something about my self-esteem. And then this was, oh, we went to Big Gay Ice Cream and I got like, I'm so glad I got their little thing. And then that was also my first time in Fuji. And then we went to Fugo and Tim Hortons, and that was also my first time in Tim Hortons. And then we went to a show and that was also like, it's so cool to see this. Like, I am Italian food, Allen Garden Conservatory. This was 2017, by the way. Isn't that funny? Last day in Canada, traveling to winter break. And I missed my flight to Minneapolis, but eventually I got on. This is January 8th, and this is the boarding pass. I love this notebook. I don't know where I got it, but it's beautiful. It's like it was $4. This, I was really into Paris at some point in my life. And I think this was when I was a freshman in college. Going against the status quo. Like, I was like, I have little like edits. Like, sometimes I just have notes, and then I was also, yeah? Really? Well, is she? I wrote a fan fiction for Suits. You know the show Suits? I was really into it. And I wrote a fan fiction. It's called Beyond My Control. I'm gonna read a snippet. Keep in mind, I was 19 or 20. Yeah? Sounds good. Give me a second. I'm trying to make a little video. This is getting beyond out of control. You should not be thinking or even thinking about you should not even be thinking or even thinking about a kid who is just a college dropout, former drug dealer, psychologically messed up. I don't think I can read more. And it goes on and on and on. No, go ahead. Bro. This goes on and on. No. Ooh, this was my little thing about, so I had like a really bad turbulence when I was going to the Middle East for the first time, and I was definitely 19, or maybe I was 18, I don't know, but I said, the awful plane, just like expected. It's a nice airplane with all sorts of accommodations, something still quite unsettling. I don't know what it was at the time, but I just didn't have the usual mellow feeling. as I was sitting in 34J with Katie, one of my classmates from a trip, she has become one of my favorite people, even at the beginning. Little did I know this is going to be the most life-changing flights I've ever taken. The turbulence wasn't as bad. It eventually became apparent that it was a lot of stormy and windy stuff going on. I was thinking I was going to die. I started to cry, and Katie, she just held my hand. I just couldn't. I started making a bunch of promises to God and how my family means so much to me. It was awful, but it came to an end. Hoping for the best. Please, let's get to Amman safely. So I wrote this like on the plane. Sharing amazing story you've told. I honestly helped me charge my perspective on diverse communities. Thank you so much for the gift. Oh my god, I was doing like essays on here too. And some photos from Santa Cruz. Oh my, this was one of my first diaries actually. This is embarrassing to show. But I was 13. My god, that's the Jonas Brothers. Bring it back. Dear diary. Guess what? This is very sad. I'm not gonna read it out. I like school, I like math, but sometimes when I do it so fast, I fall or got a C or amazing thing. I never got a U, so what do I have to do? If you say study, I can't because the country education can't with the study. I'll figure it out. I have a science today. You will return it back. Dear diary, please help me to get an A. That is so cute. Some of the people in the world made me feel depressed so that I don't think about teenager stuff, but I needed to hang out with my friends to go to the birthday. I don't think I'm gonna read this. Seems really personal. Let's keep her confidentiality, alright? This, I believe, I don't know where this is. This started as just like notes that I was writing. And oh, this is Jordan. A day with ancient ruins. Let me just say today was so overwhelming. Although what we have been doing so far has been beyond incredible, Jira's just completely knocked every single thing that is my favorite in my world. Okay. It's a close resemblance of Colosseum. It's not only a thing that has pulled me in, the place was just a complete beauty. I questioned myself and presented questions for my friends as I was going through everything. There was a moment that I couldn't just go and take pictures. I had to stop and just look at project. This is sounding too much like personal feelings, but Jirash was a complete game changer. For one, I split with the most of everyone, only walked with one person taking it. When I decided to do that was something brilliant, something rather than posing. It was ridiculous to think that real life people lived here. People went on and did everyday things without considering what will happen to the site or location in the next century. It is a strange thought that most astonishing fact to them all is that it's able to be preserved all these years and keep intact for the most part. The site really makes me question the brilliance of humanity in today's world. Human beings have become all about accessibility and shortcuts. Jerash is anything but that. Oh wow, reflections on the Dead Sea. I have little temperatures. That is so cool. Okay, I'm kind of geeked. This was like a postcard I got in Petra. This gives me like such like, it kind of gives me goosebumps, I'm not gonna lie. And I actually took like talkies. I'm an early talkies lover, okay? I'm not one of these new girlies. Lying about my dependence. Not gonna read that. Sounds sad. That sounds sad. Mount Nebo, one of the holiest sites in Jordan, resonates unique meaning for Muslims, Christians, and Jews. Okay. I believe this was when I was doing my study abroad in East Africa. Okay. This is it. I'm here. The day is here. All bags checked, all the snacks bought, goodbyes have been said, everything in the... Okay. Anyway, hold on. God, this takes me back. Oh my gosh, this was like checking. This is like notes. This is all things meeting, organizing. You know, I really have learned to expect things from the world. I have this hope spending the new year with my family in Ethiopia, and unfortunately what I got is unfortunate. I'm by myself in an Airbnb with my thoughts and the most money I've ever had, yet the most loneliest I've ever felt. I don't think I'm gonna read the rest of that. This is one of my favorite journals. Like, do you see this? It's so pretty. My friend gave me the sticker. It says, "Don't forget to care for yourself." This has so much. This is like, I love this journal so much. I mean, the diary. It's so traditional. Wow. Yeah, it's like, this is like 2022 and 2013. I have like some dried flowers. Autumn 2013. I did like a little drawing. That's very cute. This is just like odds and ends. Morning pages, January 3rd. This is like the beginning of 2024. I forgot this. This was, I feel like, my fan fiction era, my poetry. I was a poet, okay? የማይነጋህል ስናልም የማይፈወስ በሽታ ስናክም የማያሳድግ ችግኝ ስናርም ዘላለም የሰውን ህይወት ስና I'm really tired and just strung out at this point. I don't know what to write about. I can write about how I'm not writing enough, but I feel like at this point it's a bit redundant. I'm just writing because I promised myself I could write, but it's still really hard to keep the motivation going. I don't know what it is. I listened to Robin Sharma, and he said for something to become a habit it takes 66 days, and that task. So here I come, 65th day. I am on my way. Here I'm sitting eating an apple and listening to a Lovecast podcast. I'm working for the clock to strike. I'm waiting for the clock to strike 9. Well, tomorrow's the day I'm leaving for California and start my relaxing week. I'm excited, but I'm trying not to think about it as much because too much expectation is never good. I am loving this journaling thing. It makes me feel accomplished. I have laughed today and downloading the Decagon logger software, and then I'm also working on counting the squash. I'm counting the squash on the field. I'm just waiting to get out of here. I had dinner with my friend at Opento last night and had good conversation. I don't know why. I get mad at her sometimes. She's such an awesome person. I get too irritated with my friends, but she's probably the only level-headed person I know. Well, I'm out for today. Deuces, bitches. Sincerely feeling excited. None of that was excitement. California. Server hostess of Chinese buffet for smiling and just being cute. From my dad pretending to be interested in the weather of Las Vegas. Damn, 2015 was not a good year, huh? The end of my Vegas, LA, San Francisco, Grand Canyon trip. This was, I did a little itinerary. But here's a note I got, and it's a little note that I posted. Someone gave me. It said, "Looking forward to going on staff spike with you," which is like a retreat. I feel like we share a lot of values, but I'm excited to get to know you better and learn more. Danielle. Damn. I love this journal too. I got this from a newspaper when I was working in the woods. This is just like notes on 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 notes. I started creating a garden plot area. This journal was made by a friend of my friend's sister, and this is just writings. I took this to Ethiopia. It says Hasab journal, which means like thought journal. And my favorite one is this gratitude journal I got 2 days after George Floyd was murdered. I felt really isolated, even though like the world was collectively feeling like they could see things for the first time. Like, that wasn't my first time witnessing or feeling isolated, but something really felt dark because it was in the community that I was living in. So it hit definitely a lot harder. And I got this gratitude journal because John Green from the Blog Brothers, who's also a writer on the Partner Star stuff, I really like their page. And he was talking about how he's been dealing with mental health stuff, and he was talking about specifically this book from, it's called Karakset. I'm not saying that right, but they do that gratitude journaling, and it said that, and he shared this page, and it says, an antidote against the dissatisfaction of life. We all know what it feels like when things are not as they should. When you don't have the things you want. Pop culture, advertising, and social culture make this worse by reminding us what we should have to be truly happy: a dream job, conventional attractiveness, our soulmate. And a ton of self-improvement products imply that if you don't have it all, it's your fault and you're not working hard enough on yourself. Researchers have started to investigate how we can counteract these impulses. They have found an antidote against dissatisfaction: gratitude. And so he shared this, and I remember just being like ordering it right away. At the time I was working a job I did not like, and actually I have the date that I started the journal to show you. May 27th, George Floyd was murdered on May 25th, and this says May 27th, 2020. We were in lockdown, and the first thing I created was, I attended a Black organizers meeting. I cooked for the rest of the week. Did something good happen to you? I had fun and easygoing conversation with my mom about nothing for 15 minutes. I also vibed to music, Thai, Korean, while my sister was painting. What could be grateful for today? I ate good potatoes, made vegan cheese. I was able to accomplish most of my to-do list. I meditated, kept up with my streak. I had a moment where I was just listening to Nina Simone, and I felt happy. And that went on for 2 years. No, actually for 4 years. And the last time I did my gratitude journal was yesterday, actually. And it says, what are you grateful for? Waking up. Starting to read Dante's Inferno, finally. Getting a film scholarship. Hash browns I'm about to eat. Slow morning. The show and the contents I have been creating, I've been consuming. My family being okay and good. What are you grateful for in your life? My job. The fact that I don't have to go to an office. The flexibility my job provides. The fact that I can be anywhere else in the world at this moment. I am my only boss, technically. So, all this is a fraction because I also have digital journaling that I do, video journaling that I do. I journal, I memory keep, I keep track of my life because there's not a lot of permanence in my life. And one of my favorite things that I love about journaling is that it reminds me where I've been. It reminds me that there's better days ahead, and where I am right now is not the best, but it's also not the worst. And that's why I continue to journal, because it's really easy. Like, the human beings don't have the best memory, and I think being reminded that things are not what you recall, having it be written in the moment that you're feeling it, is a really good practice that I found, because I think I have a tendency to over-exaggerate and over-analyze the realities of the present or the past. When you have evidence like this, it's really hard to say, oh, actually, when I was 13, it was the worst year of my life, because that's not the case. They're relatively different every single year, as journaling gives me, again, permanence, ease. It's also very meditative to me. It used to feel like a chore. It doesn't anymore. But that's kind of it.